Alright, let's see how we're doing in terms of buffering and audio. Looks good. Let's tag everyone in the Discord. Oh, Little Cloud's got a devlog out. Let's see what he's saying. Jeff Avania's the first person who's been able to test a new version of the game, and it's been very interesting for me because it's allowed me to see some issues that I hadn't noted down. For example, animals being able to escape their enclosures. I'm very relieved to see that during his almost 2 hours of gameplay and free roaming on Twitch, there were no crashes or performance issues. Ooh, is he having a jab at me there? Is he having a jab at me because there was that issue with the radar on mine? I'm going to make a small change to that. The tornado category is visible if we obtain data from the probe. By the way, Jeff, I've enabled on I play for the alpha version. Okay, Jeff will be happy to know that. I like how the thumbnail's my game though. Anyway, let's go on the Discord and let everybody know we're live. Because I'm talking to nobody right now. Close. I'm live now. Smiley face so people know I'm not being abrupt. So what I'll do now, I'll keep this open in the background in case there's any issues. I'm going to open the stream on my phone because I've only got the one screen, so this way I can keep track of what people are saying and respond. Live. And just mute them annoying voice. Hello from Japan. Hello there. Really cool that you're watching from Japan. What time is it there? Let me just start the game. So we're going to enable death. Career mode, but the wind mode I'm going to set to realistic, and let's start early in the morning on the 1st of May. Let's start 7 AM. Okay, let's play. 5:25 AM. Oh, you're up early then. And I'm guessing that's going to be 5:25 on the 14th of June. So what's that in terms of a time difference from here? So 9, 10, 11, 12, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So you're 8 hours ahead. Let me just turn that volume. Hello, Tornadic Supercell. We'll hopefully be seeing a lot of you in this stream. Alright, so we know, because I've coded this, I know how it works. In realism mode, the cells will all spawn in the southwest corner of the map. The mean wind can be anywhere from due east to northeast. So I think Pilot Hill's a good place to position ourselves. So we'll just start driving west and just follow this road to the T-junction, then turn right. So just a few things that have changed. I spent a fair amount of time on the game today, but I feel like I don't have a lot to show for it. There's a lot of experimentation and figuring out how different things work. So I've been figuring out, for example, how loading custom objects into the game is going to work. Figuring out how object scattering is going to work, because what I want to do is place cows in the field at random, and also trees that can be ripped out of the ground, and tractors, and even wind turbines as well, procedurally. So I've been figuring out how to do that, and then it's issues like with the lights work now. It's to do with the way shaders are compiled, so it'll work on my Unity editor, but it won't work when I compile the game, so there's some little trickery I had to do to get that to work. Patching some things, so I did watch Jeff Avania's live stream, and there's a situation where I realised he'd climbed out of his car, and the car should have got lifted by the tornado, but it didn't. I just realised when I thought I'd patched the issue, I'd accidentally only patched half of it, so the other half of that's patched now. So we'll test that maybe near the end of the stream, and I'll see if the car will get, or the truck will get lifted. Whoa! While I'm out of it, but then I realised I have these little scripts which detect collisions. So even if you're outside of your truck, if something crashes into your truck or if your truck gets lifted, it'll still say you've died, even if you're the first-person character and you're running around the map. So that's patched as well. It disables that script when you climb out of the truck and re-enables it once you get back in. I think the fields need some sheep as well. I did play around with the water texturing a bit. I don't think it's made too much of a difference. The water is a little bit more reflective as well. Let's go to first-person view. I would drive better in first-person view. So we're meandering quite a bit just to get over to Pilot Mound there, or Pilot Hill. I've also changed the encoder for the stream from the hardware encoding to the software encoding, because I do remember that was causing some issues last time. Oops. Oh, got a cell going up. Right, we need to get on that then. Is it showing up on radar yet? Not yet. Let's get to Pilot Hill. So let's not have a repeat of last stream where I completed my first ever F4 mission. And even I got some F5 samples as well and then died right after. The mistake was off-roading. I always die whenever off-road, so I think I'm just going to not do that now. The cell's grown quite big. The way that's actually spawned, kind of looks like there's a flanking line there. Go down Twister Hill. What I may have, I'm just having this idea now, is have named sections of the map which just show up somewhere on the HUD, just so when online multiplayer becomes a thing, people can say, oh, I'm at Twister Hill, or I can give other sides near the river, North River, South of River, with this bridge as the divide. Okay, is that moving due north? Oh, truck's struggling a bit. There's something going up there. I'm just going to wait for another radar scan. Okay, Stratford, 15 minutes. I don't think it's going to get there in that time. But that is quite a mean right. I'm not sure what the mean wind is, but that's quite a decent right move. I've got to make sure I've got this set to 3 cells, yeah. Intercept 2,000 meters. So I think we need to get on those roads to the south. I think we'll backtrack. We're going to do this. Get on those roads to the south. Get in front of it. Because we know it's going to go from where it is now to Stratford, which is over in that direction somewhere. So we know it's not moving. I thought it was moving north. That's just my eyes playing tricks on me. So let's turn right here. You have to be careful on this junction. If you're coming up the other way, it's easy to take this as a sudden jump because you can't see it and then get launched into the field. Alright, so interceptometer is counting down, so less than 2 kilometers from the intercept point. Plenty of time to get in front of it as well, so hopefully that gives us time to have a report, get an idea of the tornado rating. Okay, your web connection's not good. Sorry to hear that. Yeah, I'll keep this saved. I'm not going to delete the stream after, so yeah, hopefully you enjoy after. I can put on an entertaining stream. I'm trying to work on being more engaging and not just mumbling to myself while I play the game. So, intercept less than 500 meters, and we've got plenty of time to choose a contract, decide what strength to go for. So with this moving so far right, I think, I don't know what the mean wind is. Maybe I need to put some sort of indicator on the map. It's quite narrow, but we need to have a look at the motion on it. So, I've passed the intercept point. Back up. Hi from Bulgaria. Oh, cool. Bought the game on day one. Well, thank you very much. I do appreciate that purchase and the support of the game. Hope you enjoy the stream. Okay, there. That bit where it says non-predicted. So, just as a general rule, if the interceptometer is counting down and then it says non-predicted, then you bang on. If, on the other hand, it just says non-predicted, that may just mean that you're not in the path of any tornado. So, it's not just a general rule of thumb that if it says non-predicted that you're in the perfect position. Is this even talking about this tornado? Is this coming towards us? ETA less than 5 minutes. Maybe it's just a slow mover. Any reports yet? No reports. Hello, Greenworm. This doesn't look like it's 5 minutes to an intercept. Right, I think I might have to choose a contract. What I could just do is choose an easy contract I know that I can do, just to get that multiplier up. When you have multiple tornadoes, do you have a way to change the target tornadoes for the intercept calculator? Yeah, so how the intercept calculator works is it just gives you the closest intercept of any of the tornadoes, not necessarily the tornado you're closest to, but the tornado you're closest to intercept. Looks like it's intensifying quite quickly. So right now, that's not a thing. If people really want it, I will add that as a feature. Oh, wow. Hello, Jeff. Really appreciate you coming to join in on the stream. I guess the challenge with doing of toggling the tornadoes, how do you indicate which tornado it is that's selected without having to do some sort of ugly highlighting of the tornado, which obviously wouldn't be ideal. Need to come up with a clever solution. Okay, Pilot Hill, 6 minutes. I think Pilot Hill's gonna be fine. This is a slow mover. This reminds me of that scene. I don't know if anybody's watched this British comedy called This Country. But there's a scene where one of the characters, his name's Curtin, and he doesn't have a driver's license, and he's reversing a car. And he's cursing in the game is saying, it's like reverse, 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 and it's just like, stop! And he crashes into some wheelie bins. It's quite a funny TV series. A lot of people have recommended it to, haven't actually enjoyed it, but if you wanted some good, true British comedy, I really recommend This Country. Okay, I think, should we try and ride this one out? Yes or no, should we try and park and ride this one out? Right, my wind tolerance is 190, so I'm gonna have to set a wind. Maybe if it gets above 165, 170, I'm gonna have to bail. So Let's give it a... okay, Green Room says to move. Riff Raff says too strong. Okay. Let's set a bailout speed of 120 miles an hour, then I'll drop that. If it gets above 120, I'll flip a Yui and get out of here. Oh, I don't know why we're getting pulled at 130 miles per hour. Okay, let's quickly choose another mission. Let's do another F1. Let's get these... Alright, I need a bail, I need a bail, I need a bail, I need a bail. Ah! No, 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 I'm gonna get lifted, I'm gonna get lifted. Oh, that was close. That was close. One thing I am actually tempted to do, I just want to be careful of what might happen. Oh, look at the motion on that. I think it's starting to rope out. Oh, there's another one right behind it. So, where's my truck gone? This is literally the where's my truck scene. That wasn't planned. I hope I haven't just discovered a bug live on stream. So, like, the colliders for the truck are still there? It's like I'm somehow inside of it. I'm not sure what's happened here. I've got trapped in some invisible box. Can I make it so that if your truck's maximum speed is over 180, it looks like a Tiv or Dominator? So I've actually thought about that. So one thing I want to do is have... So you've got essentially 10 levels of upgrade for each of your items, each of your bits of equipment. What I've been thinking is, as you upgrade it, so you might have like some armor maybe on the hood of the car, then maybe some like a hail guard on the windshield or windscreen, which is going to increase, like, the equipment attached to your vehicle will increase so that it resembles a tornado intercept vehicle by the end. I'm gonna have to figure out what happened there. Because this is bizarre. Oh, wait, look, there's our truck. Look, there it is. It is coming this way. Oh, I know what's happened. I know exactly what I've done wrong. So, let's get some photos of this. What I'm going to do is fire my laptop up separately while we wait for this mission to end. I'm going to patch that bug. Push the build on my laptop, and then update it on here. So it shouldn't take very long, and I'll try my best to do a commentary. So I'll fire my laptop up. So what I did... So what I did is, people were saying when you run into your truck that it was like pushing the truck and like the truck was flipping over, which wasn't very realistic. So what I did is I made it so that when you step out of the truck, the game freezes the position and rotation of the truck, so it will not move regardless of what physics are um, are acting on the truck. And then once you get back inside the truck, I'd then unfreeze it and enable the physics again. But obviously, it's not realistic if you run away from your truck and your truck gets hit by a tornado and it just stays there. So what I did is put some logic in to unfreeze the truck. But what I think I've actually done is unfreeze everything. Anything that interacts with it. So your player character, for example, they should be frozen on 2 axes and only be able to pivot. So I think it's deactivated the frozen physics for everything. So I've got it open here. Let me just go Twister. Okay. Then we've got Simple Tornado Collider. We'll edit that script. Let's get this plugged in because it's run out of battery. So I think what I'll do... It depends what caused the issue. So what I'm doing is I'm waiting for this mission because we did get some samples. So I'm waiting for this mission to finish. And that way I can still quit out the game and not lose my progress. So I need to move it rather than everything. So if the tornado interacts with the vehicle, will it do that? That should fix it, so I'll start the build now. You can hear the truck grinding on everything. And one thing I'm going to work on as like an intermediate step is have controller support for just the truck and the player. It'll be a bit longer to get full controller support for all the menus. So I've done that, and I just need to go File, Build and Run. This will take a few minutes, but not too long. Yeah, sorry for those awful sounds. We'll see what we can get with... Oh, yes, I think I know what's happened. So there's an invisible box, which is the entry... Yes, I think I figured everything out. So there's an invisible box next to the driver's door, and all it does is detect if you're standing inside that box, and then lets you enter the vehicle. And if you specify a box that it can detect, but you don't like crash into it when you step into it, it's called a kinematic collider. And what the tornado's done is it's disabled the kinematic property, which means this is now a solid box. So what I'm actually trapped in here is the box that determines whether you're standing close enough to the vehicle to enter it. And what's happened is, because that's a solid box, that's interacted with the physics on the Jeep. Oh, not the Jeep, I mean the yellow truck thing. And that's caused it to jump and run away. So this should hopefully fix it. Well, there may be other bugs which I haven't foreseen, but this should fix it. The game's fun and that they enjoy it. I know it's rough around the edges. In some cases, literally, if you look at the smoothing of this kind of land bridge. But I'm doing my best to get the core gameplay as fun as possible, and then all the visual polish can kind of happen in stages. Yeah, but thanks for that, Marcus. I appreciate the kind comment. Okay, that's the build complete. So what I need to do now, it's this whole pipeline of things you need to do. So now I need to copy the build from my laptop to the Steamworks folder. Tools, Content Builder, Content, Alpha Release. I've still called it Alpha Release. I've never renamed the folder since I first made it. Okay, 50 seconds, and then we should get paid 75 cents on the dollar for those readings which we have. Uh-oh, what's this? Let's get a bit more money. There we go, another $36. Right, now we're going to go Tools, Steam Pipe, Upload. This is going to be one of the world's smallest updates. So we're kind of trapped in the path of this tornado, so I've got to make sure I don't die. Come on, 5 seconds, and then we'll quit the game, and I'll show you a bit of behind the scenes of how Steam works. That's fine. Okay, that's uploaded, so we can quit. That should save our progress. So let me show you guys some behind the scenes things of all the faff you've got to do just to get your game on Steam. So I've got to go on the partner page. Then we've got to go on Steamworks settings. Steam Pipe builds. Let's do that. Set that to the default branch. And then ask me to give an update description. So the update size is 500 kilobytes. So yeah, that is the smallest update I've done. Reloading. Okay. Didn't even ask me to give an update. It must be too small to even give an update. Alright. So we'll close out of that, and then I need to wait for it to... I can see the debug process live. Oh, we've got another idea. You're in your house and you hear the siren and you have 5 minutes to take your belongings and hide in the basement before the tornado kills you. If the timer runs out, you die. Oh, I like that idea. I do actually... So, that's a mix of 2 ideas I've had. The first idea... Sorry, let me see if this update's come through yet. Not yet. For some reason, I need to sign out of Steam sometimes to get it to detect the updates. Properties. Updates, because it'll say if it updated 7:36 PM. No, that was earlier. So I may need to sign out. So yes, the ideas. So one was a game mode where you just get woken up in the middle of the night and you have a certain... You just get woken up in the morning and you'll have a certain amount of time just to get to shelter. You'll be random distance from shelter. The other one was kind of a story mode where I was thinking it would kind of give like an emotional start where you... So maybe I should... move this off stream just for a second. Let me just do that. Let's check that worked. I'm just waiting to make sure that that's worked. I don't want to be putting verification codes on live on Steam. Okay. So it would be kind of like more of a character story introduction, kind of like the beginning of Twister, how you need the motivation for the characters. The idea would be you wake up in the middle of the night and there's a tornado warning, so you've got to go and get your daughters, but one of your other daughters is hiding or missing, so you've got to ask your other daughter, okay, where is she? And then she's like, oh no, you need to get my teddy bear before I'll tell you this. And you've got to run into a room and you get a teddy bear, and then you go back and it's like, no, it's the wrong one, the one under my bed. And then you just keep getting all these random tasks, but the idea is that you wouldn't, and you'd get hit by the tornado and it would be traumatizing, and that would be like the character's motivation for taking up storm chasing. Or maybe just have it as a challenge mode where I like the idea, kind of mix the two together and you just have a bunch of items around the house, so children's favorite toys, photo albums, survival things like water and food, and then you don't know how long you've got till the tornado hits. It'll be at night time, and you don't know how strong it's going to be, and you just have to try and get it all done. There we go. There's that update. I think I appreciate adding it to the wish list. It's yeah, the Steam algorithm is very much determined by engagement, so things like reviews, wish lists. There's also follows, which work slightly differently. And just traffic going to the page in general really helps Steam know that people are actually interested in this. I'm just going to open another window because I've got one window open in here, and the room's already increased to 1 degree in temperature since the since I've started the stream. So I'm just going to go open the other one. So if all is well, hello Hidden Shrine. If all is well, we'll have... there we go, we've got 3,300. We might as well collect that because the contract multiplier is reset. So let's get some upgrades, upgrades. Reports actually useful. Quality, range, deploy speed, I don't think it's much of an issue. I'm thinking we'll get... max out the reports. Can we get anything for 1600? Might as well drop that deploy speed down another 2 seconds. It can make the difference between life and death in this. Might as well upgrade the quality. Actually, we'll keep a bit of a buffer because it might be useful to do a remote warning at some point. Yeah, I think we'll head north to Silverfield and camp out there, and then we've got our road options in every direction. Yeah. Oh, hello there. Yeah, Serio. I thought I recognised the name, but I couldn't place it. Yeah, I'm glad you enjoyed it. I was able to join the stream for a bit yesterday, but then I also needed to do my own updates on the game before doing my own stream. But yeah, it's fun to watch you play for the period I was able to. Yeah, I'm glad you enjoy the game and find it fun. Riff Raff, thank you for being so active, Sam. It's awesome to see so many quick updates and features being added to the game. Yes, thank you. Yeah, that's my goal. I personally I don't like just sitting around and waiting for updates because you don't really have any control over it if somebody else is developing it. So I just want rapid fire updates, just lots of small incremental improvements, several times a week, maybe even per day if necessary. Constantly keep the game improving. If I can make a small improvement on the game every single day, in a year's time, this should hopefully be unrecognizable. In a good way, hopefully. Well, okay, I've got to not read and drive at the same time. So I'm not ignoring comments, I just need to find a good position to camp out, and then I'll go back to the YouTube comments. I should probably set up restream as well, so I can stream this simultaneously on like Twitch, to all 3 of my followers if I even have any on Twitch, and Steam is probably quite useful to stream to as well. Consi going, and please deploy, get out of there. Yeah, that's the point. It's meant to be, everything's meant to be painfully slow when you start the game. It'd be quite horrific. Imagine it's night, you can't see the tornado, but you know it's coming. You hear the thunder getting louder, and everything starts to shake. Yeah, that's exactly it. Yeah, I do like that. I've just got to figure out how to make these buildings, I guess, user-friendly, so you can walk around inside of them nicely. That'll be a whole, probably week's worth of work on its own. Let's keep an eye on the radar. So, I don't know if anybody knows this, but I'm using my iPhone to view comments, but there's this little heart emoji in the bottom right, and it's covering half the comments. So, if anyone knows how to remove that emoji or move it, that would be really useful. Okay. Okay, you're gonna get this for your birthday. Thank you, I appreciate that. And I'm not just taking the money from the game and then just getting a golden yacht or whatever. And I've not made anywhere near enough to buy a golden yacht, but I am planning on reinvesting funds back into the game to keep it constantly improving, having one of those positive feedback cycle sort of things. Yeah, and happy birthday in advance, by the way. I'm not sure how far in advance your birthday is, but yeah, happy birthday for whenever that happens to be. Probably best not to share it online because of GDPR and all the identity theft stuff. Actually, I don't know if it was classed as identity theft, but I did receive a load of stuff in the post once with instructions on how to set up my current account with a bank. I had to phone them up and explain that I didn't have an account with them. I did have to report it to the police, so maybe that was identity theft. It was right after I'd been shopping for insurance, so one of the insurance companies I contacted obviously leaked my information at some point. Right, I think we'll get on this storm. We'll head south and then east, and then we should be right under it. It's this year. Yeah, thank you. I think that's probably as specific as you probably want to be online. Come on, go, 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 go. Oh, there it is. It's going up. Right, we need to get this. Okay, the left turn's imminent. Oh, there, I can see where we need to turn left. Oh. So I think the braking physics in this are reasonably realistic, like, considering that I'm going 90 miles an hour. I don't know if anyone's performed an emergency stop at 90 miles an hour before, but it isn't something that's going to happen instantly. And I kind of like the little shimmy the car does when you're really putting the tyres under strain. Okay, what contract? I reckon an F1, because that's a skinny little noodle, that. One thing which would be nice in this, though, possibly, oh, it could be annoying, is engine braking. So when you let off the gas, the car naturally wants to slow down. Okay, I think we might be close enough to just use the truck probes. Let's get an F1 contract. Contract number 4. Right, which way is it going? To take a look at the map because I need to know if there's a decent road network there. It's already crossed the river. I essentially need to get down there and back up in front. I don't think I'm going to get back in front of it. I think we'll go after this cell that's popping up behind it. Oh wait, we've got another intercept coming up, so this must be this cell up here. Oh, it might be detecting that one still. So one way to find out is to drive a bit further south. So the closer they are to moving due east, generally the stronger the tornado will be. I know that's not 100% accurate to reality, but if you've got a load of cells firing and one suddenly makes a right turn, that's usually the favoured cell to put down tornadoes, with the left cell usually becoming a hailer. That's my general high-level understanding of it. Yeah, I think it might be worth going after that one, you know, and then we can always come back after that cell. I don't think it's moving as fast as I was thinking. Okay, I think, is that Spanish? Spanish or Portuguese? I see something about a gigantic tornado. I'm looking for similarities to English here. I apologise, I don't know any languages apart from English and Geordie. Okay, let's test out the new reset feature. I'll just hit R a few times and there we go. Oh, I don't think we've taken any photos of this yet, have we? Let's get a real close-up shot. Okay, let's get into that F1 wind zone. Okay, we're gonna get out and do a deployment here. The bridge is in the way of deploying. Come on, quick. I'm actually glad I upgraded that by 2 seconds. Made the giant tornado a fairly large tornado. Warning in the northern United States. There's a tornado watch there. There's a strong wind watch there. There's a wind watch. Okay, thank you for translating that. Looks cool. Right, we need to get closer. Yeah, I think Texas has been getting hammered lately, hasn't it? I saw there was an enhanced risk, I think yesterday or the day before. Right, so that's to our east, is it? So let's just get... Okay, north. So yeah, I'd have to go tearing right around the map to get in front of that again. So I think we'll maybe just leave that one for now. Just watch it until there's another viable cell. I could off-road, but every time I'm tempted, I end up dying and losing my progress. So I don't think it's worth that right now. Are you not getting any game sound? No game sound coming through. Let me just check that. That should be coming through. Weird. Let me play around with the settings here. This game sound is just low. Okay, let me do this. Is that better? Okay, we'd have still earned some money there. Let's just go cash it in. $765. Okay. Can we afford any upgrades? I reckon I'll upgrade the radar quality. But I reckon we keep 1,000 in stored just in case we need to make use of the remote warning. Still can't hear anything. Maybe what I need to do is this. And then I'm going to have to just turn it down in my headphones because that's quite loud. Then let me double check. Desktop audio. Properties. You don't get money for sounding the siren, but what does happen, you can see the number of people who are currently unwarned. When you sound the siren, people will start sheltering. If those people are then hit by a tornado, they'll be saved and you earn $100 per life that you save. If somebody's unwarned and gets hit by a tornado, there's a chance they'll die and that'll count towards deaths. There's no penalty for deaths, but you just don't get any reward and kind of feel bad for letting these virtual people die. What does the radar quality do? So it's the size of the pixels. So can you see how the radar is kind of blocky? It's the size of the pixel there. So you just saw the resolution there increase. It's the size of the pixels. So, yeah. So what have we got on? We've currently got on 5 pixels. You can get that right down to 1 pixel. So you've got a less pixelated view. Yeah. So in terms of the town's rebuilding, the plan is, let's just zoom in here, get a view of the tornado while I'm talking. You're going to be able to drive around and clear up the town, and there's a chance that if somebody's been counted as dead, that you actually rescue them, and they're then counted as saved once you've cleared the rubble. So you'll clear the rubble, and there might be like a 1% chance per piece of rubble that you find someone. You might earn like a small amount of money, maybe like $1 per piece of rubble cleaned up, so that you can... so you don't have just roofs and bits of building just strewn about everywhere. By the way, we're getting game audio. Let me try this. Properties. Let's try speakers, Realtek audio. Oops, didn't mean to take that photo. Are people getting game sound now? You hear it now? Ah, okay. No, yes, but it's loud. Okay. We're getting there, I'm learning about this. I've got different settings depending on whether it's my laptop or my gaming PC. So, how's that? Got a line going through the road there. Don't know what's causing that. Right, we've got another cell popping up. Hopefully this one survives. Perfect. Okay, brilliant. Well, let's see if I can save that as a preset. Surely there's a way I can I'll save the mixer settings. There's a way to save this. Okay, I'll sort that out another time. Let's tornado right now. So notice how this storm moved. Let me just show the radar. Look how it moved almost due east. So that the mean wind in the game will likely be somewhere towards the northeast. So the fact that it's moving that far right signals that we're dealing with a really strong tornado. Let's look at what this one to the south is doing. Is that moving east as well? So how to say it? That might be a crawler. And at night time you could even call it a night crawler. Okay, plan. I reckon we'll go south and then turn right at that bridge again. Did I deploy my probe? No, I've got it. Okay, let's head south. Turn right at the bridge. I guess it depends whether this storm dies out or not. That one's started to die out over there. Let's have a look. See if there's any clues of any tornadoes forming anywhere. Look at that log. That is a happy log. Got a feeling it would have died out by now if it was going to die out. What time is it in the game? 12:30, okay. Rain wrap tornadoes would be fun. Yeah, so I did originally have rain wrap tornadoes, which were mixed in with using particle effects, but then I wasn't happy with the impact on performance, and there was other issues it was causing, so I ended up, we're getting a tornado. I wasn't happy with it, so I took them out. Same thing, I had wall clouds in at one point, but I wasn't 100% happy with them, so I've taken them out. So, and the same with the multi-vortex tornadoes. Like the game logic's there, and I've got earlier test projects, but it's not in a state where I feel it's ready to push into the full game just yet. So, in terms of tornadoes, you'll see the funnel. You might have seen it before. You see a really wispy funnel, and that's how you know it's doing something. But yeah, the clouds don't really give you any clues. There's no clue in the storm structure. The only thing you do is look and see if you can see the funnel starting to reach towards the ground. Okay, intercepts that's strengthening quite rapidly. Less than 2,000 meters? No, we're going the wrong way. Okay, so that was F2 strength. That's going pretty much due east as well. Let's... Okay. Head... Which direction is it moving? This is... It's quite hard to judge. Right. I've got a feeling we need to go down here and turn right. Just a good feeling. Okay, just as an example. That tornado's roping out. But you'll see something like that as well when they're forming, so look for the first signs of something animated like that reaching down to the ground, and that's how you know something's starting to happen. It's quite scary, this part of the map. There's very little visibility. It's like a mini Dixie Alley. That's going southeast. If it's moving that much to the right, this is going to be a monster. Yeah, we're going in the right direction. It looks like a slow mover as well, because usually the ETA is 1 or 2 minutes, so less than 4 minutes gives us time to choose a good contract. See if it goes F5, get one of those well-paying F5 contracts. Hey, watch Storm Chasers. I have a few times a while back. I do need to sit and watch it again properly. There's a lot of like narrative and not a whole lot of tornadoes happening, at least in the episodes I've watched on YouTube. Maybe I just don't have the patience for it. But it's like they try and build like a mini storyline and like interactions between Reed and the team, and I kind of just want to see the tornadoes doing stuff. That's it. Oh, that's F4. If I'm not colorblind, well, I am colorblind, but if my colorblind's not causing an issue here, that's an F. Look how much to the right of the mean wind that's moving. Right, let's get an F4 contract, number 9. Oh, we could earn a lot of money here if I don't die. So let's deploy, and we need to get out of here very quickly. No, 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 no. Oh, I forgot. Let's get some photos. We've got some time to get some photos. $500. There we go. There we go. So a little bit of extra money in the bank account there. Was it season 1 you're watching? I think so. The really old one. Whichever one Reed recently put on for free on YouTube. Yeah, so I do want to add some storm structure clues in the future. because I'm quite limited in what I can do with the weather asset in this. But the person who did write the asset has kindly offered to help me with some parts of blending the tornadoes. Okay, I reckon we'll stay in the car. This is intense. One thing I do recommend is wear headphones if you're going to play this game. It feels a lot more intense. Oh, no, 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 I need that. I need that. Come back. Come back. Come back. No, I need you. I need you. Stay there. Stay there. Okay, let's stay in the ditch. That's probably the safest spot for us right now. Are we getting any of those F4 readings yet? Not yet. Unless it was F3. There we go. We're getting F4 readings. Come on, we need to get... What's the contract? What's the contract? 300. We've got 3 minutes left, but there's a hefty bonus as well. What I could do, if I've got enough money... Oh, I don't have enough money. Oh, F5 samples. That thing's an F5. Let's just look at it. I just want to look at it. Ah. Okay, maybe not the best of ideas. Oh, we might be about to complete this contract. We had F5 samples here. Come on, just need 50 more. 40. 30. Come on, come on, come on. 20. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Yes! How much did that contract pay? Yeah, got my achievement as well. How much did that contract pay? 75. I cannot risk losing that, sorry. I know I said I was going to change contracts, but I cannot risk losing that. We're going to get some hefty upgrades now. If I can get up this bank. Let's hit the R key. There we go. And I will fix the road network so I don't have these horrible slopes. Maybe I can reverse her. I died, see? Glad I cashed it in. How far away are we? Oh, well, it doesn't matter. So, let's do some upgrades. How to gauge just looking at the tornado, what it is in terms of its F rating. Okay, so a couple of clues here in the game logic. So what I do is I first decide what the size of the tornado is going to be at random. If it's a small tornado, it can be any rating. So if it's narrow, it can be any rating from F1 to F5. If it's a large tornado, tends to be higher rated tornadoes. So the size is a clue. I then generate the wind speed based on the size. So if it's a bigger tornado, it will have higher wind speeds. So you can look at the rotation rate as well. So you can see that's got a lot of motion in it. So that is an F5. Well, in this case, we know it's F5. So if you're trying to decide on a tornado, generally you want to go for wider and twisting faster. But equally, just because one's narrow, it's kind of hard to... You can have a large tornado that appears to be rotating slowly, and a narrow one which appears to be spinning quickly, and you've kind of got to make a judgment call, so it's not always clear-cut on which one to go for. But let's go and get... I think I just put caps lock on. There we go. Yeah, see, it went F5 right as it hit our probe. Let's get some upgrades. 77,000. So, I think first thing, max speed. Let's get that up to 100 miles per hour. Sampling rate. That's definitely one worth getting. As you upgrade samples, the mission requirements also increase. Do I want to increase max wind from 190 to 200? That's not too much of a difference. I think engine power. Might as well max out. Maybe not max out reports. Refresh rate's always useful. I don't want to go much more above once per second though. Let's increase the quality. Might as well increase the radar range while we're at it. And at this point, I don't think we've got the money to upgrade anything else. So, can you do burnouts in this? So I'll hold handbrake down and then press the accelerator. Oh, I guess the handbrake just... I guess this is front wheel drive. Should we do somewhat of a drag race? Is that a new tornado forming, or is that the old one that's died? I think that's a new tornado. Let's go towards Silverfield and then we'll try and follow it along the road network there. Oh yes, yeah, I patched that. Just poor logic on my point. I thought, oh, we only need to see the distance when I've got a contract, not realising that you can complete a contract and then you don't know where your probe is anymore, so yeah, I fixed that. What are we going to do here? It doesn't seem like there's any good road options. Which way direction am I looking there? I'm looking east. We may have to very carefully off-road it. It's very carefully off-road. And actually a handy hint, use your camera to look for obstacles at a time. So far we're all right. We're all right. I keep accidentally quoting Queen. So tonight I'm doing all right. What was it? There was one last night. Oh. Does it keep yourself alive? I wish copyright wasn't an issue on these streams. Keep yourself alive. Don't stop me now. We need some recommendations of relevant relevant Queen songs for storm chasing. Oh, there's the road. Luckily I didn't die there. Okay, I think we've got a few better options now to chase this. Let's take a look at the map. Okay, let's head north and then east. Oh wait, have we taken any photos of this yet? If we haven't, that's a money-making opportunity. Not a brilliant money-making opportunity, but one nonetheless. So we're going to go here. We're going to take that road along to the right, and then hopefully get an intercept over there. With our max speed being 100 miles per hour now, we can really, really go for it. Makes those intercepts just a little bit more viable when you can go faster and deploy quicker. It's going to cross the road before we're going to get there. We could always try and ride it out. What rating is it? I don't think there's been any reports on the radar yet. What I'm going to do is I'm going to stop here and try and choose a low-end contract like F1, F2. Let's do contract number 9, get that multiplier up. We're going to drive close by. Looks like handheld footage like this. This may just be an F1. These winds are really weak. I say it as I die. Come on! If I hit R enough times, I might end up where I want to be. Oh. Actually, this has put us in a better position. That worked out well. Okay, less than 500 meters, and we've got some time to spare as well. 250, 100. This should do. Let's get a contract again. F1, number 8. Deploy, deploy, deploy. Holding the handbrake down. Another one bites the dust. Ooh, bit harsh. Have you ever had bicycles? Yes, true. For those who didn't see on the Discord, I suggested a bicycle when Steam Workshop support's added, where you have to press left and right control alternatively to pedal. Yeah, I think this is a weak one. I think we can ride this one out. And then quickly select another contract, F1 or F2. So I think this is in the F1, yeah, this is just the F1 wind range, so if I'm really quick. Well, we need 70 more readings to finish the contract. Seriously, with one more sample left. I need to get to the 73 miles per hour is the key for F1. There we go. Okay, let's do contract 5 next. Where's my probe? There it is. Right, let's look for another intercept path. If we head north, we can probably intercept again. Down the back, yeah. North, and then I think, is it right at the fork? Oh, I think I might be dying. We've got our contact multiplier on 2 times. I want to go maybe to 3 times before that's dying. Let's just say here we're quite well positioned for any other storms which pop up. get the tornado clouds to interact with the inside truck. It will be possible. I will need to figure out how to do that though, because like this is all inside a completely custom shader that I wrote, so I'll have to try and figure that out. Then again, in reality, if you're inside a tornado, it probably would blow your windows out, and you'd have so much dust and debris kicked up that it would probably look similar anyway. But yeah, we'll try and fix that. Yes, I'm 2 kilometers from an intercept. There's another one gone up. Yeah, we've got another one to our south. To our southwest. So if we look that direction... Oops. So let's zoom in. Can't see anything yet. In terms of road network, can we have at some point a link road between the 2 bends to give other routes to get to Stratford? Are you talking about the 2 bends between Pilot Hill and Stratford? That's a good question actually. Let's do something. I'll show you the real world location for this. Actually, I just thought if I do this, it's going to pull up where my house is. So let me search Pilot Mound, Iowa. Then go to maps. That way I don't get doxed. So, layers. So I'll show you. You might recognize this. So this is Twister Hill. So in the movie, the characters they drive out from here and they turn left. So this is Pilot Hill in the game. I put Silverfield somewhere along here. Also, where Pilot Mound is, I put Silverfield in the game. So this is the real world location. So the 2 bends. So you have this, and then you have that bend there. So in reality, there is no way, in the real world location, there is no way of crossing the Des Moines River there to join those up. So I am tempted to keep it as it is. There's not even, I know that I've added a northern bridge, but I'm not sure. One of the frustrations with intercepting is planning out your route. So if I do too many nice shortcuts, you can end up not having that challenging aspect of the game. So just to show some other locations, so we have Silverfield here, and then we have Dayspring, which, so you know, you come up and you have that right turn and then that left turn. And then Dayspring I've just kind of placed around here. It was either here or here, so it's not there in real life. And then again, Stratford is fictional. I placed, where did I place Stratford actually? Let me go back in the game and compare. So it has like a bump up and then like a little bit which sticks out. Yeah, I think this is Stratford here in real life. So some things you'll see in the game are actually there. So for example, when you come up this hill, you do have like bits, like mounds of earth on the side. You can look down. So this is the real world location of the game. So I feel like the Terra Unity asset's done a good job of recreating the actual location. You said something about making other maps, right? Have you considered the Wakita area? Yes, I have actually. So some of the areas I want to do, I'll just show these now. So this is going to be part of the base game. I think I will do maps is quite a bit of work. I think I'll release them as DLC. Not for any crazy amount of money. But just these additional maps as DLC, and probably do a map bundle where you get, if you get them all, you get a big chunk off the price. So that's this area. The other area I wanted to do was Wakita, Wakita, Oklahoma. So it's a nice road grid here. So, and there's not a whole lot of elevation, I don't think. Let's have a look at that. Yeah, so that should be quite a nice one, just a nice road layout, and obviously we'll have to have Aunt Meg's house there. May have to commission a piece just to have somebody model Aunt Meg's house. That was going to be the second one. The third one was, what's it called? Around the Ralston area. Let me just search Wolf Road. It's going to be around here, so when they have the ditch twister, that come around this bend here. You know, when it's zoomed in on the back of the Jeep, they come around this bend, and then you see the first tornado in the movie. That's this location here. So they come up and you see a tornado there, and they go into the ditch off the side of the road. That's this road here. So what I was thinking of is having a map where this is kind of like the bottom right of the map, and it would extend probably like about this general area. So that was going to be the third map. I'm trying to remember what the fourth and fifth ones were. Oh yes, the other one was going to be, I think, around Cambridge, Iowa. So this is where you have the tanker drop scene. So the tanker was dropped, if I remember rightly, this bridge here. So we can potentially recreate that scene in the game. Some other things, when they first see the F5, I believe they're driving south along here. I believe it's along this way. That may be wrong. I always get my north-souths mixed up here. Or it might be the other way. They might be driving north along here. No, I think the first one was right. And then when they stop by the bridge to exchange the sensors, when they've finished putting all the Pepsi lids on, that is this bridge here. There's no street view, unfortunately, but you can see the style of bridge that's here. So there's a few of the cool filming locations, so I was going to make this another one. And the last one I was going to base on my own area in England, just because there's such a range. So you've got, within a few miles, you've got ocean, countryside, suburbs, and city. So it would be quite a varied map. So it's going to be the 5 maps or the 4 additional maps. But that's enough of that. Let's get back to chasing tornadoes. So originally the base map was going to be the ditch map, but I was having a bunch of issues with the software I was using, so then I decided as a test to do Twister Hill, and then that test went a lot better, and then I've kind of just stuck with that since. You have to go to bed and get some sleep. Okay, have a good night, Hidden Shrine. How come there's no warning for this town? Mustn't be on an intercept course with it. Did we take photos? Wait, don't try to take photos while driving. Did we take photos of this? Must have, because I got 0 for that. Let's see if we can get ahead of it. So this is more of a left mover and it's a weaker tornado. It's all intentional just to give you a bit of some cues on how to position yourself for your chase. Can we get south fast enough? Actually, that might be becoming a drill bit because we're getting 48-mile-an-hour winds and we're this far away from it. Is it just me, or is that thing growing and spinning like a top? Yeah, let's approach this one cautiously. I think that's turned violent very quickly. I'm gonna go up to about maybe the 90-mile-an-hour zone. Oh, this is intimidating, I've got to say. Right. As quickly as I can. No, 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 no. Come back here. I'm still getting readings. Where did it go? Is that it? Oh look, there's a smaller tornado behind it. Maybe there should be an upgrade option when you're at a certain level that you can deploy from within the car. I've got a feeling if the car ended up anyway, maybe I need an additional reading on the hood of how far away you are from your car. So you can find it in situations like this. I've got a feeling it probably got stuck in a ditch somewhere. Oh, there's 2 more tornadoes coming this way and I'm stuck on foot. If I combine the Oklahoma maps into one map. So the software I use converts real-world locations, so it might be a bit difficult to kind of squash 2 real-world locations just together. Might as well photograph these. Oh, not a bad payout for being this far out. Right, I'm gonna have to use the camera and see if we can spy the truck. Okay, if I remember rightly, it went somewhere in this direction. Look at that. That's what I love about procedurally generated stuff. It can always surprise you. I'm thinking I'm probably going to have to call it a night after this contract is up. One thing I'm going to have to do is make sure I don't die because I'm stuck on foot. How are we going to approach this? Camera stopped shaking now, so I'm going to try and hunt it out. I wonder why though, it does seem to only move once you get out of the truck. Let me figure out why that is. Supposed to only get sunset colouring. must be to my east. Yeah, let's just go. This is starting to feel a bit like, I don't know if anyone's played the game Lacuna Passage, where you're stranded on Mars and you've just got to survive. So a lot of just walking around on foot, trying to find things to stay alive. What's that over there? Oh, here's a clue actually. The vegetation only spawns around the truck. So, the fact they've got logs and stuff over there means the truck's likely over there. Handy trick straight from the developer there. Maybe a flashlight? Yeah. I've been meaning to add one, probably just the F key to toggle it on and off. Oh, can you hear that? I can hear the tyres screeching, we're getting close. Okay, it has to be within 150 meters of this area where the grass is. It would be helpful if the truck lights were on. It has to be in this area. If you have a look in that direction, I can hear it. Where? Maybe what I could do is keep the constraints on the X and Z axes so that the truck can only be lifted straight up. Oh, was that an intercept predicted? Is it just me or can other people hear the tyres screeching? So whenever I'm looking in this direction I can hear it out of my right headphone. I feel like I'm playing a hunting game doing this. Call of the Wild or something. What I could do... Now wherever the grass is, has to be where the truck is. Within 50 meters. That looks somewhat menacing. Doomsday mode on foot. I don't know how fun that would be. You'd survive a grand total of 4 minutes or something if you're lucky. I guess it would be a fun challenge still though. Oh, there we go. Get a bit extra money. I think there's something going up there as well. We're just going to survive 12 minutes. Might as well go check out those valleys in case I find it. That's where it was last time. It was heading this direction, so I'm guessing it's kept going in that direction as well. Try resetting the truck. You can't reset the truck. I'll hit the R key, but you can't reset the truck from outside. For all I know, it's continued on at 80 miles an hour to the other side of the map. Let's see, are we within a kilometre of it? So it'll probably lag the game a bit. Oh. Doesn't look like it. Maybe you set a limit of how far away it can roll from you so you don't end up in these situations, because it kind of kills the gameplay a bit, I do admit. because it could be in these valleys over here as well. So a nighttime chase on foot, probably about the most dangerous thing you could possibly attempt in terms of storm chasing. It's 9 PM, so it's gonna race through. If I just managed to walk in a massive circle, I think I have. Why is the wind picking up so much? Just need to survive another 8 minutes and then I can quit and save the money that I've earned. Just had another $91 in the bank. It goes towards the next upgrade. Oh, that one's strengthened as well. Okay, the goal here is to just stay out the way of these. I'm glad I'm not in magnet mode. I guess if that intercept counter starts counting down, then we need to worry. Could a tornado spawn on top of you? Luckily, in random mode, yes, they can spawn anywhere on the map. In realism mode, they'll only spawn in the southwest, so I'm lucky in this case that that's not really a concern. That's starting to wedge out. Well, I made it back to the town. We can always warn it if that becomes a thing we need to do. Getting 57 mile an hour winds all the way from out here. That must be moving quickly. That must be the inflow. Try and run and jump onto one of these houses. Can we get up onto the porch here? No. I actually got recommended a YouTube video about how stairs in games always suck, so maybe I need to watch that to find some solutions. Right now, all these houses have invisible boxes around them to stop you going into them. So I need to figure out how to allow people to go into the interiors and watch as they get ripped apart. I'm just taking photos here, not for the money, just because it looks quite cool. Still no sign of a truck anywhere. Let's sound the siren. You try and get a nice photography shot with it framed with the houses and the siren and the tornado. Find a good angle. It's 5 in the morning. Imagine waking up to that. Wake up, the sky's all like blood red. There's a siren and then just a massive wedge bearing down on you. There's not many worse ways to start the day. There's always the possibility that the truck-mounted probes start collecting samples if the tornado starts hitting the truck. She's got no idea where it's went. The tornadoes have a different lifespan. Yep, so they all have different, they'll render differently. Some tornadoes will be short-lived, others will be longer-lived. Some will intensify rapidly, others will intensify slowly. It's all randomized. No, the sirens don't rotate yet. I think I'll wait till I get a better siren model and then I'll patch both those in one go. Now the sun's coming out, let's see if the light catches the car anywhere. Oh, there it is. All the way over there. That's where it was this whole time. It was pushed up against the road I was first searching. I'm gonna have to call it a night now, but it's a shame. I wish I found that earlier. Do Bill Paxton, pick up the dirt. Let the wind tell us where the next tornado will be. Okay, so I'll just wait for that, and then I'll quit out, buy some upgrades.
Mission failure. Contract expired.
Okay. So this will go quit. And then I'll quickly load it up again. We'll buy some upgrades if hopefully we can afford them. Ben, I've lost my game save. Oh, thank you. I'm glad you enjoyed the stream. Yeah, I'm hoping to just continually keep pushing this game forward just a little bit every day, and hopefully a lot when I get a good idea. Okay, hopefully our progress is saved. Whoa, I don't know why the game's so laggy. Yeah, it's saved good. $7,500 there. Okay, $12,000 to spend. Tempted to save that up and buy the max wind, because it's not worth spending that much on reports. Guess we increase the number of samples, and then I'll save that for tomorrow's stream, and we can earn $5,000 and upgrade the max wind. Try and max that one out. Okay, well, I'm gonna have to call that a night now. I need to get some sleep and be up early tomorrow. I don't know why the game's suddenly gone so laggy. PC must be doing something else in the background. But I'm signing out now. Thank you everybody who's joined and commented. I'll be hopefully doing this again tomorrow night.